Your film is now ready to be shown.
Welcome to the show to be named later, where we're thinking about the future by buying 2 cases of beer. As long as humans have had conscious thought, they've pondered what the future might bring. So what do people way back when think about what we'd be doing right now?
I think I'll probably be the spaceship to the moon dictating robots, 2 robots. Or else I may be, I don't know, in charge of a robot court, judging some robots. Or I may be at the funeral of a computer. Or if something's gone wrong with their nuclear bombs, I may be sort of coming back from hunting in a cave.
Apparently that young man is ready for his robot overlords. What about the rest of you? What sort of excitement do you guys see from the future?
I think it'll be very dull, and people will all be squashed together so much there won't be any fun or anything.
I think it's going to be very boring, and everything will be the same. I mean, people will be the same, and things will be the same.
No, I don't think I'll still be on Earth. I think I'll be under the sea. I think the population will have gone up so much that either everyone will be living in sort of big domes on the Sahara, or they'll be undersea.
Not exactly the kind of future shock I would have expected. Okay, so those are just kids, but how about scientists? How do they project what they think is going to come next?
This is not a crap game. It's a serious game at the University of Pittsburgh about the year 2001. Rolling the dice is Dr. Olaf Helmer of the RAND Corporation. With Theodore Gordon, he is conducting a simulation exercise. A panel of experts has studied a list of possible 21st century developments, from personality-controlled drugs to household robots. They have estimated the numerical probability of each, from 0 to 100%. The 20-sided dice are then rolled to simulate these probabilities, a use of random numbers known as the Monte Carlo technique.
I mean, all those Dungeons and Dragons kids in my 6th grade class were just projecting the future? Who knew? One thing that won't change is our need for shelter. So what might the home of the future look like?
The new electric donut factory simplifies the deep fry game. One unit puts the batter out, while a tank, which plugs into any socket, has a thermostat for maintaining even temperature. The mechanical producer of crisp brown ringlets should be popular in the family circle. The new Mammy Holder dispenses paper towels with a touch of Southern hospitality.
I'm sorry, what? You know, one thing about predicting the future that you can never get wrong is the continued existence of racism. But what about how we'll get around in the future? What did folks in the past think about that?
It's General Motors' Electrovent, an experimental battery-powered vehicle on display at the Omni Hotel. A modified Chevrolet Chevette, the electric car is capable of reaching a top speed of 50 miles per hour and can travel 100 miles without a battery charge. The battery pack, installed in the rear of the vehicle, is capable of providing 300 charges, or a battery life of 30,000 miles.
You're telling me we've been talking about electric cars since at least the early 1980s? I mean, the world would possibly stand in the way of that kind of technology spreading. Sure, the electric car is great for traveling short distances, but what about more long-distance travel?
A 71-year-old futurist who has been called the citizen of the 21st century, architect-engineer R. Buckminster Fuller.
We ourselves consist physically of atoms, and we know that all the atoms have their frequencies. It is theoretically possible to pick up all of our frequencies and actually send us by radio.
You mean we'll be able to transmit ourselves somewhere else?
Yes.
To be reconstituted in some distant place?
Yeah.
It's an interesting idea there, George Jetson, but citizen of the 21st century? Not sure buzzcut Colonel Sanders here even made it to the Pepsi generation. Of course, for everything that people may have gotten right about the future, there are always some swings and misses. That was definitely a bold take, but to be fair, this was the manager of the Michigan Savings Bank. Now this commercial from the future.
I'm playing the Back to the Future Nintendo game. I'm stuck in the past and I gotta get out. Quick, or we all fade away to nothing. Uh-oh, bullies. Ah, you missed. Have a mark, musclehead. I'll clean it up, Mom. I promise. This takes perfect timing. Almost. Mom? Dad? This?
Back to the Future. It's almost like being in the movie. An interactive game from LJN.
Hey, welcome back. So we'll still need a way to earn money in the future. So what are some of us going to do for jobs?
Be a space cadet. Escape reality. Moving sidewalks. Wall-size TV. Remember the future just a few years back. We had robots and helicopters, backpacks, monorails, jet cars would litter the sky. You could pop a pill that tastes like pumpkin pie.
So, in other words, we'll all work at Epcot Center? And now for some more future fails. It's time for this week's flashback feature. It's the adventures of Buckaroo Banzai across the 8th dimension.
He's a rocker. Doctor.
Don't tug on that. You never know what it might be attached to.
Inventor.
Activate oscillator. Open the sound barrier.
Philosopher.
No matter where you go, there you are.
And the only hero.
Buckaroo.
Buckaroo.
Buckaroo. Curse you, Banzais!
Who can save us all.
Evil. You're inseparable from the 8th dimension!
Jack of all trades, Buckaroo Banzai and his wacky band of sidekicks come together to stop a band of aliens from taking over the world. Come for Jeff Goldblum as a cowboy named New Jersey. Stay for Christopher Lloyd as an alien named John Big Booty. That'll do it for this edition of the show to be named later. Like and subscribe for more episodes. And you know what? I think I just thought of the recruiting slogan for the United States Space Force.
Space cadet.